Hi, thanks for joining me. My name's Drew Science. I am the CEO and director of Team Up Health and Fitness. Want to go over an article we're producing to help you maintain a positive mindset and your daily routine during these uncharted times we are currently going through. If we look back just over 10 weeks ago, we were breaking into the new year. The air was crisp and ambitions were high. Conversations were built around ideas, innovations, and new beginnings. It sure does seem like a long time ago since that positive, uplifting energy we had in January 2020 has been present due to current obstacles we are facing. With ongoing bad news and fear-driven media, we can allow these ever-changing times to take control of our thoughts, decisions, and actions. Or we can remain in the driver's seat. Our nation was built on tough times, uncertainty, and Americans who were unwilling to settle for anything less than their ideal life. I urge you to continue on your path to better health and leave you with a few time-tested tips to do so even with the challenging times we are facing. First one, commit to setting media boundaries. This includes news outlets, social media, and online articles. Anyone can post just about anything on the internet, and it is important that we source our information from credible sources. This will help you ease any unknown anxiety that can be caused from the current pandemic. It'll also help you learn more about the coronavirus from a credible medical source. And here are some vetted sources we have for you. First one is from Dr. Peter Attia. I've been following Dr. Peter Attia's work for just about a year now, and he's a medical professional with over 20 years in the industry with a big focus on healthy living through lifestyle changes and longevity. All of his research and all his work really go into those two things, healthy lifestyle and longevity. And he is someone who I respect. He is someone who produces phenomenal content for fitness professionals like myself, just to get some light into how exercise affects more of the physiology of different diseases, different chronic issues people have. Dr. Peter Attia is fabulous. So this link here is for a 1-hour podcast episode he did with another medical professional speaking specifically about the coronavirus, its issues, its symptoms, and how we can fight it as people and as a country. Next one I have for you is a stress and coping article that the CDC produced. And really what it talks about is getting back to basics. Let's make sure we're having proper hygiene. Let's make sure we are eating foods that boost our immune system. Let's make sure we are staying away from negative environments, right? So the CDC is where I want you to find all of your information on the coronavirus. It's going to tell you what's going on, what protocols are being put in place. And it's really just kind of a one-stop shop for all things coronavirus from a health professional perspective. We know that what they put out is going to be correct. It's going to be from credible sources. It's going to be peer reviewed, and it's just the best. So I would not recommend getting your information on the coronavirus from anywhere other than medical professionals such as Dr. Peter Attia or from the CDC. That's why we have those linked up for you. Okay, second, you want to continue and ramp up your health and fitness routine. We know that exercise, sunlight, proper nutrition and hydration are essential to keeping our immune system healthy and preventing physical fatigue and injury, right? So why does it seem that this is the first thing to go when our environment or routine changes? Our health routine must stay consistent if we want to maintain our current way of life and prevent chronic disease. Follow these steps to health and fitness routine success. First thing is we must adjust our workout schedules to fit our current situation. If you usually maybe use the childcare at your local gym and that gym is closed, well, we need to rework that, right? Maybe we need to schedule our workouts for the morning before our kids wake up at home. Or maybe we need to get outside and exercise as opposed to go to a spin class because it's not open, right? So just make sure you can adjust your schedule to fit your current situation. I've heard too many times that X is closed, so I can't do X. Just because the gym is closed does not mean you can't move your body. Get outside, go for a walk, maintain that routine. Next is add small bursts of exercise throughout your day. If you're used to maybe a 2 or 3 day per week exercise schedule, that's great, but let's add in small bursts of exercise. Let's take the stairs when we do need to go out to the store. Let's make sure we are walking throughout our workday if we're on calls or in and out of the home office. Let's make sure we are stretching in the morning if we can't get out and do our normal day-to-day routines, as opposed to simply sitting on the couch and watching TV, right? If we can't go to our morning exercise class, how can we implement our small bits of physical activity so we're still getting those benefits? So figure out how you can do that within your specific day. Challenge yourself to do something different. Very, very important. Learning new activities not only helps physical adaptations, right? But it also extremely helps mental clarity and mental well-being. So we want to learn something new. Let's say typically you do cardio exercise. Typically you ride a bike or you go for a walk. Well, then let's learn some body weight exercises at home. There's tons of resources out there. If you don't know where to find them, reach out to me. I'll get you some body weight exercises. Or maybe you're an avid weightlifter and you have yet to implement a cardio routine. Great time to learn what type of cardio works best for you and how to implement it. And finally, to ramp up our health and fitness routine, we need to obtain the resources needed to be successful in your current environment. Again, this lays into learning something new and implementing the new routine, right? So what are those resources? Is it an at-home yoga mat? Is it an exercise video that you need? Is it an accountability partner where you can jump on a video call with and do your workout, right? What are those resources? Find those and definitely use them. Tune into your current nutrition and sleeping habits. When your commute time, resources, and logistics of daily living change, it is very easy to slip out of proper nutrition and sleep habits. I think we can all agree on that, right? It is simply more justifiable to stay up late, sleep a little bit later, and rely on takeout or delivery at mealtime. If you find yourself doing this, you're not alone, and I've put some tips here to keep you on track or get you back on track after a little hiatus you may have taken. First one, be strategic about grocery shopping. I tried to go last Friday to Trader Joe's to get some stuff I wanted to make some grass-fed meatballs and pasta at home for my family, and they were completely out of grass-fed beef. So what did that tell me? That told me, wow, everyone has the same idea as me. They're gonna go to the grocery store after work and try to get everything they can for the weekend and the next week or however long that they think they won't be able to go to the store. And it was stressful. I thought, wow, I can't have food for my family. Great. So I had to make a plan. I had to quickly adapt, right? I said, okay, the stores probably stock their shelves overnight. Not a lot of people are going to get there at 6:30 or 7 a.m. If I can do that tomorrow morning, I bet I'll beat the crowd and get everything I need. Boom, happened. Feel much better about it. Was able to get all the resources we needed as a family, and it was much less stressful. And I'll continue to do that, maybe forever, but at least while these times are a little bit different right now. Meal plan in advance for at least the next few days. I truly believe that everyone's kind of freaking out because they're not used to not having complete access to all their resources, right? They're going to say, oh my gosh, I got to cook at home. Restaurants are closed. I better grab all of the macaroni and all of the hot dogs so I'm good to go for months, right? If we can just focus on, hey, what do I need to eat for dinner tonight, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow, and maybe some leftovers for the next day, we'll be okay, I promise. Fresh food and produce are super important. So when we're planning our meals, let's make sure we're looking at full meals and not just being that doomsday prepper that goes to the grocery store and gets every single box of pasta they can and every single can of tuna they can because they don't know when they're going to eat next, right? Let's just make sure we're strategic about our meals and we're planning for at least the next few days. And if you do have to eat out, do the math. If restaurants are closed and you are unable to get to the grocery store, let's make sure we're doing the math on what that's going to cost. If you're eating out an extra 5 times per week for a family of 4, man, that's at least an extra $200, $300 a week. So let's make sure we're doing the math, kind of reverse engineering it, right? So let's be strategic first, make sure we have our groceries, plan our meals. Then if we are eating out, let's make sure that we understand how much that's going to cost us because typically maybe you don't eat out that much. So let's be diligent with that. Staying diligent with start and stop times at work are very crucial in regards to your nutrition, but also your sleep habits. If you can get a solid start and stop time, you're going to have that unplugged time in the evening, and you're going to have that solid start time in the morning so you can maintain that consistency regardless of where you're working and what you do or do not have access to currently. And if we are having extra time at home, spend some time enhancing your sleep environment. Check in with your mattress. Does it need to be flipped? Do your sheets need to be cleaned? How's the airflow in your room? Do you need to vacuum underneath your bed? What can you do to really just clear the air and provide a nurturing and restful sleep environment? And finally, we are going to stay connected with family and friends. Studies show social connection and support are just as important, if not more important, to overall health as exercise and nutrition. If you're unable to gather in person with friends and loved ones, there are other ways you can still connect to maintain those relationships, right? So here are some great ways people are connecting regardless of current restrictions. First one that I love is host a virtual happy hour. This can be where you send out maybe an email to all your friends. Zoom is a great free meeting platform or free online community platform where you can do these group meetings. Send out an email, say, hey, we're going to do a virtual happy hour Friday, 7 o'clock. I'm going to make a margarita and maybe some spinach dip with veggies and crackers for my healthy happy hour. Please make a recipe and share yours too. So it's a great way to reach out with friends. It's a great way to cook and stay committed to your health goals in your kitchen at home. But share those recipes, share those ideas, and share some more conversations with friends that want to do the same. So if you can't meet up with your local crew for happy hour, let's host a virtual happy hour and still connect with those folks. Next thing you can do is create a close friends and family online community. It's great to share stuff online, but sometimes you don't want everyone to see it, right? I don't want to share everything with everyone. So if you can create a tight-knit group, maybe it's just a group text message, or it's a Facebook group, or you all join an app or something like Slack where you can just really connect with each other. But creating that online community is going to allow you to still share those things that are personal to you with the people that matter and the people you want to hear it without having to blast it to the world. Next, let's write a letter with someone we've lost touch with. So think of, maybe that aunt that was awesome as you were growing up, or maybe you haven't connected with your parents in a while, or an old colleague that you'd like to reconnect with. Write a letter to someone. Let them know how they're doing. I promise people are probably checking their mailbox right now more than ever because they're home more than ever. So if we can just send a little note of love and care out to our loved ones, it's gonna make you feel good and mindful for taking the time to think about them. But who knows? It could make their day. That person could be extremely stressed out and extremely lacking resources right now. And for you to be able to come on with them, I think that's very, very important and very, very helpful. FaceTime and video instead of phone calls. We like to call people while driving home from the office or on your commute. Now that we're home, why don't we do a video call instead of FaceTime, instead of regular phone calls? So give your friends a quick call, let them know how you're doing, but do it on video. That way they can see your big pearly whites and make sure that you're doing okay. Remember, at Team Up, our number one priority is to keep our clients as healthy, happy, and productive as possible, regardless of what life throws at you. If we're good at one thing, it's being flexible and it's adapting to change. My team and I have gotten all of our exercise group classes up online. We're doing in-home training visits instead of in-gym training visits. And, we're really just here to adapt to what's going to help you stay on your journey the best during this time. Remember, this too will pass, and it's up to you to control your daily environment, actions, and mindset. And we are absolutely here to help. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you in session soon.